Loads of reaction to this in terms of texts and calls. Stephen Suffolk says, I don't think Daniel Levy will push the button until after the Liverpool second leg in the Cup. I also think it's why there are no signings, as he doesn't want to buy players for a manager he's liable to sack. We heard from Ramon Vega and Jamie O'Hara there. Ramon Vega says Spurs is losing its soul as a football club. 03717 223344 is the number to ring. Give us a call. That's what Jason has done. Jason, morning.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, guys. I hope your Monday's good.
Yeah, really good.
Going
thanks.
well, thank you.
But how is yours?
Mine's very depressing this morning, and let me tell you what I believe is the root of everything wrong with Spurs at the moment, and that is Daniel Levy. And it goes back to the start of their tenure. And when I say their tenure, I mean Levy and ENIC. And I'll quote you from the newspaper article, something along the lines of, we're not in this for football, we're in this because it's a sound financial investment. Where's this supposed game-changing stadium coming from? His quote, we'll provide you with a game-changing stadium. It's game-changing for his profits, his bank balance. F1 karting, concerts, boxing, NFL, not one penny has gone to the team, and yet we are now the third most profitable club in the world. Nothing is happening on the pitch. You look at the managers that he's brought in the last few years. Jose, second greatest manager behind Fergie, but he's a checkbook manager and not given a checkbook. You look at Conte, plays a particular style. He's not given the players to play that style. Poch got us to the Champions League final, then the first club ever in Premier League history not to make any signings. And when Levy does buy, he buys poorly. Werner, Levy signing, shocking. Dombele, Richarlison, Solomons, Solanke, Rodon, Lenglet, Gill, Sissoko. These are Levy signings. They're not manager signings. He never backs a manager. He is awful. He has got to go. He is ripping this club apart. He is milking it for every penny he can. And we're going down, down, down. And we will get relegated if we're not careful.
Jason, tell me, I would maybe take issue with Solanke, but I think you've obviously speaking from the heart and you're speaking an awful lot of sense. Where are you? I take it did you hear Ramon Vega's?
Yes.
What did you think?
I thought he spoke a lot of sense. I completely agree with him. I mean, he made more sense there than he's ever done on the football pitch, because he was another dreadful player that we've had, sadly. But he made a lot of sense when he was talking there. This is all about money for Levy and ENIC. It is not about success on the pitch. Sentimentality is another thing that is killing our club. Fergie, who's my benchmark for any manager, would never have kept Son for as long as he has done. Son went 2 years ago. He should have been sold. Harry Winks, Harry Kane, Bale, Berbatov. We keep players far too long when they want to go or when they're not good enough, and we need to be more ruthless. We need to be much more like Fergie, getting rid of players quicker and buying when we need to buy. Football is about a results business. It's about success on the pitch. That is all that matters. It's not about being entertained. It's about 3 points. Sentimentality has no place in football, and that's the other thing that's killing our club.
Jason, thank you very much indeed.
Enjoyed that, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. We've got a texter saying this caller is 100% right, Jeff. I'm not sure about the spending. I think Spurs over the years have spent a lot of money, not just this time around. Solanke, Gray, Ottobay. You look back to Maddison and Brennan Johnson, Van der Veer, Udogie. I mean, there have been a lot of signings, Whether they've been the signings that Tottenham needed or not, now that's a completely different matter. Let's get the view of Spiros, who's also a Spurs fan. Morning, Spiros.
Morning, Spiros.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah,
Fine,
good. So what do you make of it all?
So, do you know what I make of it? One of the most depressing things in the world, guys, is being a Spurs fan. Take it from me. It's just ridiculous. I mean, every year it's the same thing. The problem is there's nothing we can do about it because the chairman rules the roost. Us fans can't sack the chairman. You can only go if he wants to. And he's not going to get the money that he wants because he wants crazy money for the club. 24 years, 16 managers, 1 Carabao Cup. If you fail at your job, you get sacked. Unfortunately, the way things are in football, you can't do that to a chairman. He goes when he wants to go, and he's not going anytime soon. This is a problem we have. I mean, Ange isn't the guy to lead us forward. That's one thing for sure, but we're just stuck in a vicious cycle. We have been for 24 years. As soon as the pressure gets put on Levy, he gets rid of the manager, gets someone else in. They give us a bit of hope. Then things go pear-shaped again. Gets another manager in when the pressure's on him. And it goes on and on and on. So, unfortunately, guys, Spurs fans out there, you need to know something. We're stuck while Levy is in charge. It's just the way it's going to be, and we have to accept it.
Spiros, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Spiros.
Harry in Colchester says they're setting up Ange to fail. We knew he had terrible injuries before the window was opened and nothing has happened. Back him or sack him. Don't make his position untenable as a result of not giving him the tools. Harry, thank you very much indeed. Let's have one more quick call, shall we? It's a good morning to Matt, who's a Spurs fan. Morning, Matt.
Morning, Matt.
Hello, guys. Good show. Great show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
So, guys, you know, Ali, I've spoken to you before, way back when. You know, I've reiterated it a million times. The sad point of this is I've made this point on your show to Andy Goldstein, to Adrian Durham. I've done it year in, year out, week in, week out. Daniel Levy has killed this football club, and I've stated this way back when because I could see what was coming. The man has no idea of running a football team. Now, I've heard you guys, and the problem we've got at our football club are two things. One is the media backing Daniel Levy and having Ange as a scapegoat and having Antonio Conte as a scapegoat. These guys aren't scapegoats. I know Ange Postecoglou was out of his depth, but those the media that backs him, yeah, and now they're throwing him under the bus. Same as those pathetic fans, because it's them fans that are now fighting with the other fans that are actually backing Daniel Levy for the way they're running this football club. Now, the bottom line is, we want Tottenham Hotspur to win trophies. Daniel Levy only looks at what he can bring into the football club, the concerts, the NFL, like the previous callers were saying. But the bottom line is, as a football chairman, the players he's brought in. Mate, there's not one decent footballer bar Berbatov, and they got lucky with that, and Gareth Bale. Other than that, and Dele Alli he destroyed. Now, the rest of them, they're not even worth even talking about. Every single one of them, time after time after time. He just wastes the football club's money. And then I get people saying, oh, he spent £150 million in this window. £150 million. On what? You've got Erling Haaland, £60 million footballer on 350 grand a week. You've got Dominic Solanke, £60 million on 90 grand a week. You pay for what you get. It's as simple as that. And 1 second. And I've had Jim White, listen to this. I've had Jim White saying to me that, oh, Tottenham is showing ambition by signing Dominic Solanke. And Simon Jordan backing his mate, giving all that story about how he was telling me that how Leicester City, I'd rather be a Spurs fan than Leicester City. Well, Mr. Jordan, Leicester City come to Tottenham Hotspur as a Premier League champion. And Jamie Vardy showed that yesterday. And that's what I'm talking about.
Matt, well done, mate. You put Daniel Levy, Jim White and Simon Jordan all in their places. Well done, Matt. Brilliant call.
Magic.
Phil has texted me and said, I love how these Spurs fans think this is a choice. If it's making money, Daniel Levy's going nowhere. We'll still be talking about this in 10 years. Trust me, he says, I'm a Manchester United fan.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.